How you guys doing? My name is Baj Adibule, and I'm chilling with my G. So D, that's how we do. And this is What Women Want.
Bros, do you know the answer to this question?
Small. So my answers, we are plenty here now.
Exactly.
See, some answers right there. The answers are all here.
Okay. I know you guys were expecting to see a regular host, but no, they don't know what women want. We know what women want, and we're here to tell you, okay? So stay tuned.
Don't worry, they're going to come on soon. But we're the ones doing the show today.
Exactly.
It's our show.
Yes.
But it is what women want. Where are they wanting it from? It's us now.
We will eventually find out this evening. We're finding out.
So don't go anywhere.
Yep.
I will be right back after these messages.
Don't go nowhere. Ching. All right, welcome back, guys. We're on the show What Women Want, and we're still confused. Do you know the answer?
What do you want? Money.
I think it goes beyond money. It's my money or your money. It's not just money.
It's not just money, Jerry. It's our own money.
They don't keep
But they didn't want their own money.
Exactly.
That's the point.
You know, let's not assume. We have some special guests here to answer these questions. You guys might know them as your ex-hosts, but we know them as our guests.
Yep.
All.
First and foremost, we have an actor, TV host, dancer.
Oh, God.
I'm sure she's probably even a model. I give you Bridget.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
And of course, we have another TV host, a singer. She's probably also a model.
Oh, God.
I'm just calling for them models now, aren't I? Are you with Tolu? How you guys doing?
We're good. It's
you for
good
coming
to be on this side of the bench.
First off, we just want to appreciate you guys for coming so quickly. We are sorry for inviting you so late.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now let's just hit the nail on the head because we already know money is there because everyone wants money. So apart from money, what do women want?
Cool, go for it.
That's not a deep question,
Tolu.
but it's a very easy.
Let's give us one word. What do women want? That is not money.
He wants love. He wants attention.
I just want to give
Love, attention. Listen to us and understand.
love and attention.
It is simple. The money too is important.
I said except for money. No, she's
Sorry, that's the answer. Will be there too.
Bridget, please don't let me down.
No, but I mean,
money.
apart from money, we
No, let's not ask what do women want.
Bridget, what do you want?
I want appreciation. I want. Oh, thank you. That's what we need. That's what we want. So one TikTok. I want appreciation. I want respect, and I want to feel like I am here from the male perspective, because sometimes we feel like we are at the back seat. A lot of times, a couple of things are going on. Now I'm let's narrow it down to career space and all of that. Women are always, there's always issues, even in some industries, about men paid more than the women, even if they're doing the same jobs.
Yeah.
So these things are stuff that we always want to talk about, and that's why they came out with the whole equity, equality thing. It's not because we want to challenge men. We don't want to challenge you. We just want to be heard, and that's what women want. Women want to be heard because we know we talk a lot. Yeah, it's a given. It comes with the package. You have to get used to it.
You said it, not we didn't say it.
But I have a question. I didn't say it. But I have a question now. I heard you say about the equal pay, which I totally support. But one thing I've always noticed about this, when it comes to paying, is when it comes to receiving money, you want it equal. When it comes to paying, it is never going to be equal. It's always our own. You have to be the one to pay more, even if it's equal pay.
Exactly.
What's that about?
I don't think that's bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. We've worked hard over the years, and it was men that's been getting all the money. Men have been the ones earning much more, even at home.
But we went there, all this down
Yeah,
we
we're
just
not-
go
but
here,
I
man.
know, but now there has to be an adjustment. Things need to change, so we need to get paid more too. I know that in some places women are even getting paid more than men, but it needs to change. We have a first female vice president of America.
Yeah, true.
Things have got
Things are changing. We're
Things are
taking over.
changing.
We know what we want.
Just so they want to
take
challenge
over.
men.
I
Why
understand like
are
we're feminists, but we've got to just, do much more than we're doing. And men need to also support.
Okay.
Men need to be supportive of women too.
Yeah.
I get what
Yes.
you're saying. I get what you're saying. But going on what he asked, he basically said, okay, family setting right now. The man has been making the more money, as you would say, and then you finally join that group of, we are making more money. How do you balance the finances of the home? In the sense that most men have to take a lot of responsibilities, and the ladies always feel like it's my money, as you just said. So that's what I'm asking. That's what he was asking. Like,
So how do women balance finances in the home?
No, as regards to wanting more. If you want more, will you be willing to give?
You know, there's this saying that my husband's money is my money, but my money is my money.
You know,
Which is very true. I stand on that. I don't know. I can't
So you're telling me my money is our money, but your money is your money. But
Yes.
still, you want us to be paid equally. I think I'm shooting myself in the foot.
No, wait, let me explain that now. Let me explain that. The thing is, your money is our money, my money is my money, right? But that is just on the paper. You see that even as much as men give their money to their wives, the wives still spend their money on the home.
I accept
I don't know if you've noticed, the money can never be enough. How much are you giving? So there's still a huge chunk of money being spent by the wives of the women because they love you and because they love where they are. But they don't put it out there.
In terms of the fact that the man pays for maybe a lot of bills, but there's some bills that the woman also takes care of with her own money. So even when he makes the money, of course, he's nice enough to give her part of the money.
Because he has to be responsible. Women want men to be responsible.
She spent her money on taking up some bills in the house, and she's also spending.
But don't you find that highly unfair? In the sense that you want to know or control how my money is spent. And by the way, we shouldn't be depending on the
some men don't tell their wives how much they earn. Some men don't tell their wives.
Do you know the reason?
Why?
If I earn ₦1 million monthly, you would be confused as to why I'm giving you 200K.
Why are you giving me 200K?
Why?
Am I the church?
But you know why you don't tell
Why are you giving it to me? Is it like, are you typing to me? You are giving to your family.
That's 20%, even God asked for 10%.
I'm a human. Those inside. You give me 40%.
Wait. You said men don't tell their wives how much.
Yes.
But wives don't tell their husbands how much.
Never.
They do.
Women do.
Most times.
Assuming women do, but men don't.
Yes.
Is that a fair
I believe
assumption?
so. They keep
Do you have any
information.
facts to back up
Men
that
keep
assumption?
information secrets. Now the woman goes ahead to use that money to do a lot of things.
Do everything men
But
keep
do you understand that because the man is not even privy to the knowledge that you guys have spent so much, all he knows is that he brought this and this was.
You see, that's why the woman will now say, okay, I spent my money because he needs to give me my money back. I spent my money. Now tells the man, this is how much I spent. Which
one is give me my
Let's give money back. From what I've gathered, what women want is everything a man has and theirs as well. That sounds a little greedy to me.
No, I don't think it's greedy, and it depends on who the man is to the woman. That we should narrow down the conversation. If the man is someone who is very important to me, maybe a spouse or a husband, that conversation of I want everything you have plus mine won't even come into play because it's automatically the way it is. It's ours.
I understand.
You understand? So when it's in a dating setting now, let's dating
Before you
relationship.
start with the dating, because when you enter dating, that's another ball game. So before we start that, let's go on a break.
Okay.
Because you guys are already about to eat our egg.
I need the answer to this question.
Do not get me ready to just get started. Welcome back to What Women Want, and if you're just joining the show, the men have taken over the show because we want to find out from these lovely ladies if they will help us without biting our head off. We want to be women want. Now, before we went on the break, we were talking about dating.
Yeah.
I wanted out to move it to love and sex because they are both very important topics.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Very
Am I right?
important.
Yes, yeah.
You sound very interested in it. So you tell us, what's your opinion on this?
Well, I think that to a very large extent, women have had to struggle with their feelings and expressing it to men and how they want to be loved. Now, most men, because of the way they're wired, do not know how to love women because of whatever functional, dysfunctional
Reason that they are.
And we will not take that personal.
Don't take personal.
I want to know, man.
So they don't know how to love a woman, so they always have to struggle to articulate their feelings and words. So it's almost like every step you take, you are going backwards. But you understand that every woman is different.
Yeah.
Every woman has the way she is. So you have to learn to love your woman in terms of how you treat her, in terms of the words to say, in terms of how you behave literally around her. That whole is a very complex thing.
Yeah.
That's why you hear the men that say she is so difficult, you complain a lot, kiriko, I try to satisfy you, but you don't understand the way you relate or the way I read it, we're two different people.
And you have to understand that you have to pay attention to the woman now, because we can now talk about the different languages, and I think love languages, and I think that book or that write-up was particularly because of the women, and these are the different ways that you can relate with women better. It's either you are gifting them, that's how they interpret your love for them, or you are giving them quality time. Well, if you would like to put it that way, it's fine, but you need to use money to get gifts, so it's okay. And then you know, quality time, or you know, it's just the way you see how you have to understand her for who she is, because not all women are the same. And you know, men, you guys you function one way. I've told you what it is, and that is it. If you like, understand. If you like, don't understand, and then you think the woman is difficult. No, you are the one not even paying attention.
Are you feeling hot?
I find this very funny, and reason being that. Isn't it only logical if you just said, the guy says this is what it is. You want, a girl will tell you that rose on the table is purple. We know it's pink. Why am I trying to see it from your point of view? It's evident.
Okay, so if she says it's purple, then you're like, okay, baby, it's purple.
But it's
You're lying, I'm deceiving you.
No, because it's purple. You should find out from what angle she's looking at the flower.
Colorblind. It's not purple.
But you know you're using that as
Can I ask this? Okay. Do you believe in equality or equity? Because that would define a lot of things we're talking about.
Because there's been a lot of eyes and
I believe there's such
You believe in what?
Well, see,
you have to think about it.
Equality, equity thing. It depends on what space.
Okay, let me make it simple. Let me make it simple. For instance, when we were talking before, we were talking about how the men drop the money and the woman will still help around the house with her own personal income, right? Now, what if it's? I'm assuming you're assuming the man is the one making the most money. Yeah. If the woman was the one making the most money, how would you organize that dynamic?
Thank you.
He will still give what he has to give based on the income he's earning, and then she will still do what she needs to do. Does not mean that because she's the one making the most money, then the man should demand that she gives more. That is breaking the law of how it's supposed to be.
By who?
The law that was created by the God.
There are certain things that are supposed to be done in the house. For the time when he cannot bring in so much money, at that point in time, she can take up the responsibility of
she will naturally do that.
Not do doesn't mean you should lord it over her. Doesn't mean she should lord it over here and make it look as if she's the one bringing the money.
I also ask a question. Do you agree with what she said about because she's the one making more money does not automatically mean she has to bring in more when it comes to payment?
In that case, she can bring in more.
Okay,
she will do that willingly. She will do it. That's how a woman functions.
It's not a woman function.
It's not her obligation.
Okay, wait.
Because she's a woman, and women are wired to make things work. She will automatically bring
so men are wired to do work.
To provide, to fix. Men are Mr. Fix It. Women are not.
If you say this, doesn't it now?
The men have become 20th and 20th century men have become very lazy.
I understand. I understand this. And if you say this, then doesn't it mean that the men should be prioritized when it comes to job or how much they earn? If by default it is their responsibility to handle this thing.
You're just going by your logic, man.
Based on what you said.
No, they will still be responsible for whatever it is that they need to be responsible for. But when women get defensive, when you start trying to lay it, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. That's when women
do you feel that it's okay now for a man to be prioritized when it comes to jobs and also to be
they're already automatically prioritized, but it's not okay because that one requires skills.
For men in certain jobs, it's already the way it is.
Men out there, let's slow down. So let's make sure we're all on the same page. So you're saying it's a man's job to provide and fix it. But it's still not okay for him to be making more money so he can do the providing.
No, it's okay for him to be making more money if fate allows it.
In the case where she's making more money
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. In the case
That's not what she said.
In the case she's making more money, of course, what she's saying that you don't have to lord it over and say, hey,
You are supposed to be, you are making it, you are supposed to be giving more than me.
Understanding, they understand themselves, they have an understanding.
Just to
It
make
should
sure-
be seamless.
Okay, just to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yes.
Just to make sure we're on the same page. Now, you are saying it's not the woman's job to be providing.
No, not like,
Like, it's not obligation.
It's not
her
responsibility. It's not her,
Not responsibility to provide.
yes, to provide for her home.
Even if she happens to be making a lot more than the man.
She will naturally provide.
So when men provide,
Also,
it's
people
not
naturally
natural.
provide. That's not
No,
that's out
you
of
see,
that's out of our nature.
you see, like I said, we multitask as women. So even when we
Do what?
I don't know how you men function. You're the
So you don't understand men.
No, we don't even understand you enough for you to even think that you want to understand.
No, let's not go there. People of God. Women are not complicated. We are not that complicated. We are simple. Give us
No, because there's nothing we ever do that is okay for you guys.
I can't believe a lady is saying that.
No, I'm saying that as if it's not something physical or sexually, then it's really hard to get a man to understand who you really are because they will still keep telling you that you are difficult.
You know what?
Do you?
I
You look yourself in the
agree
mirror.
that
Are you
men-
not difficult?
Very easy.
I agree that we have our issues, but when it comes to the house, I mean, you should be able to pull your weight together. You should be able to pull your weight together.
Okay.
But don't take it for granted. Like,
Just my
pulling
own
weight-
2 cents.
I would say some men take it for granted and the man is pulling their weight much more than
But it's not the same way. It's
Some men even feel emasculated.
Give me a second.
Because
When you say take it for granted, what do you mean? Like, give me an example of a guy
when
taking
in the
it for
past
granted.
when there are times when there was no money in the house and the woman had to be the one taking care of the home and the man would come back drunk. We all know stories like that. You know, growing up and the woman has to usually take care of the kids, look for a way and the man is not doing anything. Of course there's some exceptions to the cases. Now what I'm saying is because of the way a man is wired, he might naturally feel emasculated if the man is doing much more and he's not doing anything. But if the man has money, in that same, of course, naturally he takes up responsibility. A man wants to lead. A woman will support. But
Naturally, they want to lead.
now, what we're saying is it should be a balance of the two. It should be a balance.
Okay, so do you now agree that if we can achieve that same
I
balance?
want to make sure they agree on what she's saying. So you're saying balance, you mean if she happens to be making more money, she should handle more of the financial
She
responsibility?
can't. He doesn't have the. He's
It's only logical, right?
It's only
It's only logical,
It's
so
only
she won't
logical.
object to it.
That's it.
No, what I'm saying, I'm not saying that she shouldn't do it. I'm saying that it shouldn't be like you are making money, you should be the one to. Because normally she already knows.
So men don't. So when men are
No,
doing it,
she
they don't
knows. So she's already doing it. But when you make it, it's like saying your trouser is green. And we all know the thing is
But
green.
women are
And I said, it is
men
green. It
automatically
is
do
green.
it. Even
Why?
the least they have, they will still make it work. Some men, for example, now you like I've gone to places where a guy just says, "I want to pay." The girl says, "Don't pay." I'm like, "I want to pay."
And she says,
And
no,
he says,
don't worry.
"No, don't worry, I'll pay. I can pay." But that's just an example of how some men are. They automatically want to the lead at that point. He might not even have what he wants to.
That's why
what
some
we're
girls
saying.
actually
Because
act
we feel
dumb
responsibility.
because some men just want to be in control. So you just, do like you don't know anything. Maybe man just
What
do
you're saying is
everything.
that half of the dates I've been on, the woman wanted to pay, but she was.
You just leave him
She
there.
was doing me a favor by paying for the meal. If I had been quiet for a minute, she would have brought out her purse
It's
and paid.
possible that she could have
Imagine
bought
if
her
I
purse.
have to wait for a possibility, whereas in my head I am obligated. And okay, I've been at the restaurant and I went out with this lady who took me out. And we already had the understanding that she was paying for that meal. So that's what it was. And then when it was time to...
She's
Oh my goodness.
What happened? Did she
She's offended by the concept of a lady taking me out, but we'll get to that.
No, I'm not offended by that. I'm not offended. See, we do it. I'm okay with it, the lady pay, because I tell friends sometimes that sometimes you can just do it. The men appreciate it when you just,
Imagine
do
that
it.
exactly.
But when a man is saying, come and take me out, won't you pay for it?
No, that's not where I was going.
Women do that all the time, man.
That's not where I was going.
Women do that all the time.
When we were done with the meal, the person who attended to us, the waitress, she was a lady.
Okay.
And then she brought the bill to us, and the lady asked for the bill. And when she came with it, she dropped it in front of me. I was like, oh, she asked for it. She laughed and said, pay now. I'm like, look at you embarrassing me. I was so like, look at you. I'm telling you, like, she laughed in my face. I'm like, pay now. Why?
How did you approach her?
You don't think that's wrong?
No, I did not even answer.
That's the waitress.
Oh,
It was the waitress
that was wrong, and that's because of the societal influence. That's the societal
But that's the lady also,
influence.
with that.
So she has been influenced with that mindset, like the same way a lot of women have been influenced with that, and some of them even now feel entitled to a lot of things, which is wrong.
I also say that about men, that they've been influenced into thinking they have to always be the one providing.
Yes,
Society and culture
They've
and
been influenced to
family.
think they must be the one providing, and the minute they are not providing, they have nothing else to offer. Thus,
Yes.
they slump into this sense of self that isn't worth anything.
Yes.
So we feel a little sympathy for them.
Yes.
We do sympathize with you, right? And that's why sometimes when we try to help you, you guys make it seem like
You guys do not talk about, you can't express yourself.
Before you move us to another mountain, we have to go on a break. Yes, please. It is getting heated. I need some water.
I need to
clean it. Let's get something to drink, and when we get back, we still have more for you. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to What Women Want. Now, this kind of topic, it's like it has been around for ages. And it's not something we can exhaust in just 30 minutes.
I found great here.
But at least I think our guests can just give us like a small phrase at least that can help us know what they want. That's how we told
It's impossible.
Love, respect, understanding, money. That's it. Love, respect, understand our needs and wants, and money, please. Come with money.
Okay, so I think women want appreciation. They want opportunities. Basically, those two things, because she's mentioned money already. So those two things are very, and they also appreciate consistency. Women appreciate consistency as a
consistent supply of money.
It could be money, it could be consistent in love, just be consistent in what you're doing, because once you shift it, they're like, this man does not love me anymore. You understand? I'm sure you understand what I'm saying.
We should keep giving.
If we want to give,
no, it's not even just money, love, money, affection, we should just keep giving.
Trust me, what you give, you get back tenfold. From a woman, that is what I would tell you. If you give something, you get it back tenfold automatically.
For men, you get nothing back, apparently. We give you nothing back, absolutely nothing.
No, but we love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? This conversation cannot be exhausted. I find that it's a long list and it keeps evolving in time.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps the only thing that will continue to change in this country is what women want. So if you want to know more about what women want, please join us next week. We might run away because we are frustrated. Please join us next week on What Women Want.
Oh my God.
You guys will kill us.
Thank you.